Happy 4th of July. Bitcoin is as American as it gets. Not in a stars and stripes, bald eagle screaming on a Ford truck kind of way, but in a founding fathers, freedom from tyranny, revolutionary war on monetary control kind of way. Think about it. Bitcoin is freedom technology. It's rebellion money. It's don't tread on me written in code. It's opt-out energy money with a capped supply, immune to the whims of unelected bankers and inflation-happy governments. It's what America said it stood for from the beginning. Self-sovereignty, limited government, individual rights, except this time, it's enforceable by math, not just by politicians. So on this hallowed day when we celebrate a bunch of rebels who dumped tea in harbor because they didn't want to pay taxes without a vote, ask yourself, what would those same guys think about the Federal Reserve printing trillions of dollars without your consent? We don't necessarily have to ask them because I got a few quotes that are going to tell you what they think about it. But just think about it. Would they kneel at the altar of central banking, or would they load up a cold wallet and tell the crown to go itself? Because when you really understand what Bitcoin is, you realize Bitcoin's not anti-American at all. Bitcoin is hyper-American. If you don't believe me, in a second, I'll tell you a few things Thomas Jefferson and George Washington had to say about fiat money and central banks. But first, real quick, my name is John from My Favorite Thing About Bitcoin. I discovered Bitcoin in 2014, rediscovered it in 2018. Been a long journey. I'd say I finally started to get it in 2020, 2021. And I created this channel with the goal of helping other people better understand and grow their conviction in Bitcoin. So here are a few things Thomas Jefferson had to say. Jefferson wrote, "I sincerely believe that banking establishments are more dangerous than standing armies, and that the principle of spending money to be paid by posterity under the name of funding is but swindling futurity on a large scale." He also wrote, "Paper is poverty. It is only the ghost of money, not money itself." America was born out of revolution. A bunch of pissed off colonists drew a line in the sand and said no to the king, no to the taxes, no to centralized control. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't vote for change. They opted out and fought for a system that valued freedom, self-governance, property rights, and sound money. And here we are again, except this time the king doesn't wear a crown. He wears a suit at the Fed. And instead of taxing your tea, he steals your time through inflation. But instead of muskets and gunpowder, Bitcoin gives you a way to fight back with code. Code that's unstoppable, permissionless, and revolutionary. Bitcoin is a peaceful revolution. It's not burning things down, it's building something better. And that's what most people miss. They think Bitcoin is just some speculative asset, but it's not. It's a protest. It's a vote of no confidence in a system that lies, debases, and bails out the elites while everyone else gets poorer. It's saying to them, you don't get to control the money anymore. Let's be honest. Somewhere along the way, there are ways in which America lost the plot. We started as a country built on hard work, sound money, and individual freedoms. But now, we've got unelected bankers deciding the value of your time. We've got inflation quietly taxing your savings without your consent. We've got a system where printing money bails out billionaires, while your groceries get more expensive and your paycheck falls behind. Remember when a single income could support a whole family? Now both parents work full-time and still feel broke. That's not just the economy, that's engineered theft. And the part they don't ever teach you in school, the dollar isn't broken because of some fluke. It's broken by design. It inflates, it centralizes power, it benefits those who are close to the money printer and punishes everyone else. Bitcoin flips that entire script on its head. It doesn't ask for permission, it doesn't pick winners and losers, and for the first time in over a century, you have a shot at holding money that respects your time, your labor, and your freedom. No middleman, no debasement, no backroom deals, just cold, hard, digital property backed by math, not by guns, and not by men in suits. So if you're tired of watching America drift further away from its founding ideals, maybe it's time to stop asking politicians to fix it. Maybe it's time to opt out. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and you can zap me sats via the Lightning Network on the QR code on the screen if you're liking this video. I'm not saying Satoshi Nakamoto was definitely American, but we know that America's greatest exports were never burgers and bombs. They were ideas. Freedom of speech, property rights, individual sovereignty, the belief that anyone anywhere could build a better life if they worked hard for it. That was the American dream, not gated communities and stock buybacks, but the raw, rebellious spirit of human dignity and self-ownership. And if that spirit still exists in one place, it's inside Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin isn't some Silicon Valley toy or a Wall Street trade. It's a global lifeline. For the trucker in Canada whose bank account gets frozen, for the protester in Nigeria fighting police brutality, for the Venezuelan family watching their currency go to zero overnight. Bitcoin is hope without borders. It's freedom without a passport. We may not know what country Bitcoin came from, but we do know it was bootstrapped from an online message board by a bunch of internet anarchists, cypherpunks, and nerds obsessed with liberty. I'm not trying to claim Bitcoin as American, but it is, without question, without apology, mirrored by American ideals and values, weaponized into code. In a world where American influence is fading, for better or worse, Bitcoin might be the strongest expression of the true American values still standing. Not because we force it on anyone through violence or control, but because people choose it. They choose harder money. They choose a fairer system, one where government can't rig or steal. So some people might try to tell you Bitcoin is anti-American. Just remember, Bitcoin is hyper-American. It's the Constitution on a blockchain. It's freedom that doesn't need permission. It's property rights you can memorize in 12 words. It's money that defends itself with energy. It's the first time in modern history that the average person can hold sovereign wealth without trusting a bank, a government, or a piece of paper. No one can freeze it, no one can inflate it, and no one can stop it. And that is American as f. So before you light a sparkler or crack a beer, ask yourself, do you really own your money? Do you really trust your system? And if not, what are you doing about it? Because if freedom still matters, then Bitcoin isn't just a hedge, it's a declaration, a digital declaration of independence. Because the next revolution won't be televised, it'll be verified. If you think this video is a little over the top and cheesy, that's fine. Leave a comment and tell me why. Hit the like button if you liked it. If you've ever heard the BS lie about how Bitcoin is destroying the environment, I got a video right here that you can watch. Happy 4th of July, and never forget, Bitcoin is inevitable.